And it's Trent Young that will sit on the front row of the grid with Tony Quinn next to him in that little Mustang. McCorkindale, he's second on the grid with Ubergang, Adam Ubergang. He's there in P4. Darren Chamberlain and Ben Walsh on row 3. And the brothers, Damien Flack and Adrian Flack, on row 4.
Yeah, Damien did a good job yesterday, get himself inside the top 10. The front row guys going to 10th this one, then the usual suspects further behind. James Duckworth, Mark Griffith, then Chris Stevenson, Craig Wood, Sam Milton, Blake Shaberis inside the top 16 again. Kent Quinn and Miles Bond. Brendan Tucker and John Reynolds, who had front suspension damage to that car we saw in practice on Thursday. Tarrant on debut this weekend, made up 8 spots in race 1 yesterday. Adam Kasukio, Harley Haber is back with Chad Chapman, Jeff Waters and Michael Rinken. Over the page to Robert Motby, Ruth Bowler and James Abella. We'll watch the 54 Horsley Park gun shop entry coming from the back of this field. 7 laps, we said round 5, their championship. Will see them at Phillip Island in November and their championship finale. One of the most difficult places for any race car driver, Sydney Olympic Park. It's a concrete canyon. These guys will love it around there.
It's obviously Sydney Olympic Park being a street circuit, Bathurst here, the Gold Coast, those sorts of events, those sorts of circuits are always challenging for these drivers. They don't get a chance to really race on them or practice on them. They've got to turn up and get the job done. And a lot of these guys, it's their first time here at the mountain and they get the opportunity. And I think every race car driver in this country just wants the chance to drive around this place fast. And in an Aussie race car, it's electrifying, let me tell you.
Last car's rolling into position. We'll wait for the green flag at the back. There is the man with the job at hand, like the guy in front of him, the Horsley Park gun shop, number 54 of James Abella off the back. But it's Tony Quinn and Trent Young on the front row. We're away at Mount Panorama. We've got a car slow away towards the back. And Quinn has been left standing still here.
And Trent Young's got the jump there, and he's definitely got away nice and clean into turn 1. We're 3 and 4 wide as we get through turn 1. Nice and cleanly. And now they get that long run up to up Mountain Straight to Griffin's Bend.
What about the star from Ubergang? He's got a challenge for the lead here. And the side-by-side action starts on Mountain Straight. The view from Chamberlain's got a massive run here. Straight past Young. Will he go for the lead here? They're 3 and 4 wide. Close your eyes, Barks. This could go anywhere.
There's Ben Walsh in the middle of that as well. You've got Trent Young who's led onto Mountain Straight. That's what we talk about the tow battle. He defended a little and had to cover his line, and that's hurt his run up Mountain Straight because now he's dropped back to 4th on board there. Bender Pringle, he's looking really good. Made a good couple of moves and he's moved up through the field.
8th position, contact further back. Looks like Duckworth perhaps in the RDA brakes. Number 10 as they sweep through Reed Park for the first time. So Ubergang has got the lead here. Chamberlain, Walsh and Young. McCorkindale's on top 5 and contact at the top. That's 2 big moments that could have been catastrophic.
It's always nerve-wracking on these first few laps. They've got some damage to cars there, and they're trying to run 2 and 3 wide, and they make that little bit of contact. They've managed to get through without doing too much damage.
It's Craig Woods that's got the damage here. One of the plenty of Western Sydney motorsport entries we have here this weekend. So be careful to nurse this car down and not put it into the wall.
So it looks like it's just pushed the bodywork onto the tyre there. A little bit of damage at the front. Or has it got steering damage? It's hard to tell at the moment. But as they come on down into Forest Elbow for the first time, the field spread a little now with some of that contact. But out in front, it's Ubergang, and he has got Darren Chamberlain hunting him down. This is the big tow battle. Darren Chamberlain will get the tow from here, and he'll close right up into the braking area down to the chase.
3 wins so far in the Aussie Racing Car Super Series, but Adam Ubergang, his last win was at Hidden Valley in race 1. It's only early days. Chamberlain will have the back of him. Walsh is 3rd, Young, then McCorkindale. Doing a great job this weekend. He's been racing Porsche GT3 Cup this year. They're angry on a Saturday morning, Bugs.
They're excited, they're ready to go. Ben Walsh there in 3rd position, just in front of Trent Young. We saw Trent Young from pole position shoot away, but made that that entry under the Mountain Straight just killed him.
Paul
now
Faber.
He's got to fight back.
Paul Faber spinning around down there, the PT painting entry. Easy to do down the chase, and then drops him to Stone Motherless last. Lap 2 of 7, they climb the mountain once again. Great start from Ubergang. He'll be hard to beat from this point.
Trent Young there dropping back a little off Walsh up Mountain Straight again, so suffering a little bit there. And there's Chamberlain now. Was that contact. He gave him a little bit of bump into the in the braking zone. Umagang sideways into the braking area. Chamberlain right underneath him. So these guys are pushing hard early.
Bit of knock-knock, who's there? They climb to the cutting. Umagang very experienced in improved production and over 2 litre racing. Made a step up into this category a couple of seasons back. Replay of the start. Some of the cars a bit slow to get away further back in the field. Keep an eye on where James Abella is. I can tell you he's up to 19th position at the moment. This is from Darren Chamberlain's perspective. Going on past John McCorkindale. It's a good start for him. And Quinn on the outside, who was a big loser of that one, wasn't he?
Tony Quinn found the outside. And here is Darren Chamberlain. That big toe straight up mountain straight. The two in front of him are creating a big hole in the air for him. And he takes advantage of it. Look at it starting to work now.
Straight past Young, like he was in a different race. And thought about it here that, oh, it's a bit early to be pulling these kind of stunts. This is further back. This is what could have triggered the drama. So it started on the way on the cutting. Watch them all stack up here. Kent Quinn's in this. Oh, and he almost gets turned into the fence as well. Front on. Woods was trying to just slow down. He slowed the field up and everyone just stacked into each other.
That was very close, wasn't it, for Quinn? He almost had contact there with the wall. We can see a little bit of action right through the field. One of the only places you can get away with a spin here at Bathurst is down at the chase. He was lucky to get away with that one.
Back to live action now, and it's on. Flack trying to come through the field with Pingle, who we ride on board with. Battle for 7th and 8th. Massini behind these guys in 9th. They come down to Murray's Corner to complete lap 2. So far, well behaved, apart from the first half of the lap.
Oh, it's starting to brew, isn't it? Pingle here, you can see with his hands, he's nice and smooth with the steering wheel. Just get the rhythm right here at Bathurst. It's one of the most critical things. Trent Young there, dropping back through the field. He started on pole. Doesn't seem to have great straight line speed. I wonder if he's got a problem with that car at the moment. He certainly is dropping back from that lead group. He's now back to about 8th or 9th, even further back. But you can see Pingle there now just past him as well. McCorkindale and Quinn side by side. McCorkindale having his first run in Aussie race cars, his first run at Bathurst, and now they go 3 wide at the end of Mountain Straight.
And they stay 3 wide. He'll get him past, so Flack coming back through the field. 5th position, gets ahead of McCorkindale. Here's Pingle side by side with Tony Quinn. Probably on the wrong side here.
Oh, this is not where you want to be on the outside of the cutting. He very smartly there, Pingle lets that one go. Ducks in behind Tony Quinn again, but on the throttle early up through the hill. You've got to keep that mid-corner speed up as you enter into the cuttings. It's such an important part of the run up the hill.
Walsh leads the pack of about 5 or 6 cars across the top of Reed Park here. So replay down at Xbox One corner. So Flack off the track. Oh, it needs to feel like a ski jump when they hit the bumps here. That's what brought him back to the field. And now Walsh has got him lining up for a shot.
What's the one thing about Aussie race cars? They shrink them in terms of their size. They make them look smaller to scale. They're a great little car to race, but the curbs and the bumps, they're still at full scale. So
absolutely.
They affect the cars big time.
Battle for 3rd position now. Walsh, Flack, Damien Flack, and Adrian Flack, McCorkindale, Pingle. Massini's only got to 8th position here. Reverse top 10 race after winning race 1 yesterday. Now the slipstream of Conrod Straight. He's going to be careful not to keep weaving across. And you know what it's like there. You'll smack him on the hands.
Yeah, you can move once, but you can't just keep weaving across the race.
Oh, no! Big crash!
It's a massive accident.
Goodness me. Oh, it's gone over the fence.
And it's on fire as well. So obviously a bit of contact there in terms of the situation where we've had a bit of, that drafting, the car's going quick down the front straight. Bit of contact, and unfortunately at that speed it obviously creates a problem. So red flag's out. They'll pull that one up and get the field under control.
Going far too quick to be doing that kind of stuff. Just shows you how quick they're going, and red flag has come out.
So I think it was the two brothers that had that slight bit of contact, unfortunately, but it is not a pretty situation, unfortunately, but hopefully he's okay. He's had a big accident, a big rollover. And, yeah, not a nice one to see.
So red flag has come out with 5 to go, and they're going to send them straight back in. The Uber gang that led us around to the red with Chamberlain. We talked about it, didn't we? The slipstreaming down the straight, moving across. You've just got to have respect for the races around you.
Obviously, in a red flag situation like this, there's not a lot of time available here during the course of the weekend, so they're just going to shorten that race, bring those cars back in, and allow the track to be cleaned up and obviously take care of all that situation. So, you know, in terms of where that was at the moment, Uber Gang was doing a great job with Darren Chamberlain. Darren Chamberlain was catching him. He was working a way to find a way past him, but those two had broken away from the rest of the field. And it was going to be Uber Gang that got to the finish line first. But with only 2 laps, they'll probably declare that a non-race, and they'll have to reset that grid again for the later race this afternoon. But they'll bring those cars in, and then they'll just clean up the circuit.